Thank you. Hi, everybody. Are you comfortable? Yes? Right now, you're sitting all on a postcard. Please pick the card. Yes? Because it's finger twister time. Yes? Hold on. We're gonna play a game of finger twister with our neighbor. You can play it with more people if you want to. Now, here's how we do. I am going to name colors and fingers. When I was asked to do the presentation Creative Mornings, my answer was a big yes. Sure, awesome. I can talk about creativity, show examples, talk about how I develop my own creativity. But then I thought, well, but how does it work? And how did it start for me? I had to dig deep into my memory for that. And when I was a kid, I grew up in a small countryside village called De Lier. A village with greenkeepers. All the working people were growing tomatoes in greenhouses. Now, this is the world famous flesh tomato, or vleestomaat. They invented this one in that area. It's in De Lier, it was all about tomatoes, working, tomatoes, sleeping, tomatoes, going to church, tomatoes, act normal. That's crazy enough. Hey, don't stick your head out, do like the rest, be like the rest, be a good son of a tomato grower. Only my father was not a tomato farmer, he was the mayor of the village. So for that reason, we were different. I was different. We were kind of weird. Somehow, it was a big issue to be the son of the mayor. And I think we moved to De Lier when I was 6 years old. And I got accepted by the school kids at school, but only if I did silly things like jumping off the school roof. And I want to show you my first dia. Okay. Oh yeah, this is of course the greenhouses. You all know them. Yeah, this is a strange picture. This is De Lier, but I took this picture a few years ago. It's very strange. You think the soccer place, it's the same as the dog shit place. Now that's De Lier, typically De Lier. De Lier was okay. But I was not always happy there, but I could always escape in music. Because in our big house in the living room, there was the record player of my dad. And there I used to play my first records, which were the early 70s albums of Queen. Yes. For me, Queen was really magic, was from another planet. And I could listen for hours to their music. Now in those days, the early 70s, what they did was they used to place the instruments and the voices extremely to the right or to the left in the recording mix. So everything was kind of split up. Now that was interesting for me. So what I did was I took out the wires of the right speaker and I listened to the left channel, the whole album, sitting behind the big couch, the big chair of my dad, and then the other way around, listening to the left speaker, and then I was sitting behind the three-seat couch. And what I heard was amazing, was really weird. All those loose fragments, all those incomplete voices of Freddie Mercury, and I had to fill in the missing parts for myself. To give you a little example of how they sounded, we're going to play this record. Oh, by the way, this is Queen, you know them? Yeah, there they are. Woo! So let's pump up the volume a little bit. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Even scrollen, wacht even hoor. Even iets sneller, sorry. Well, you got the picture. Okay, I always wanted to be DJ, but I think not. That was Queen. Years later, I discovered the music of Frank Zappa, which was even far more weirder. Let's listen to Frank Zappa too. Yes, we're gonna hear a fragment of Drowning Witch from the album Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch. Okay, I'm gonna scroll a little bit. You know, the song was always just an ordinary song, a little bit weird already, but any moment it could explode, you know, like. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, that's enough. You know, this in the middle of a pop song, I thought that was really crazy. And listening to all this creative music, I realized at an early age that it's good to have strange elements in your creative work. You know, whether it's music or art, or you make movies or illustration or whatever. Because it stands out and people gonna notice it and gonna remember you. Started playing different instruments at an early age, and I'm still a musician now. I have my own band, I make my own records, albums, and I combine that with my work as graphic designer and concepts creator. So I moved along the primary school, and that's when I got interested in visual design. And look, I found this agenda of mine. This is how we did in the 70s, you know. And I discovered this, you know, I started drawing silly cartoons. So after I finished my education, graphic design and creative thinking, I worked at a communication office. And one of our clients was Eckhart Winson. He was founder and CEO of BSO Origin, software multinational. And Eckhart, he had a huge personal network, and he was master in maintaining it. What he did was, he sent everybody twice a year a special made, customized, unique gift. One during the Christmas holidays, and one when it was your birthday. So for many years I could invent and make and design all those gifts, and that was a great job to do. You know, we invented all kinds of things like the lucky coin. Dat is echt geluksdubbeltje. Werkt echt. We had the Take 5 clock with 5 minutes extra in every hour. Sure, it worked. We had the Night book, and that's a book with drawers. It was a lot of work, this one. So we had the anti-irritation kit. It's a kit to om af te reageren. We had this head massage device. You know, you can massage your head. And I made this folder with all the other things you can do with it. So, like breaking into a car or remove hair from the doucheputje of as spanking karwats. So and what else? You know, this is a massage T-shirt with a chair massage on the back. So this one I want to show you. This is the Lost and Found Articles box in Dutch is much better. It's the kwijtkist. So this is filled with all kinds of stuff. Sooner or later you're gonna need, but you can't find them in the house because they're always lost. You know, and we had a section of an office, you know, with paper clips, and section household, section romantic items. You know, this is a condom. And you know, the funny thing was, we made a folder with Eckhart in the lead as chief stockroom. Nou, dat is bij foto bij de Pijper, overigens. You know, and all the people who received the box, the kwijtkist, they loved this. They loved it because Eckhart dared to make a fool out of himself as a CEO. You know, this was crazy. So, what I learned in this period, making all those gifts, is okay. Wait a minute. That you know, you have to be creative in all your uitingen. What I learned was use creativity, a creative twist to tell your message. So, use humor, make a funny story. Use personal elements. Surprise, disrupt the ordinary, and then it will lead to loyalty factor that has been improved. Yes, dat zocht ik. Okay, you know, the principles I learned in that period I still use nowadays when I make concepts for all my clients. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, over the years I got interested in another form of marketing, which is guerrilla marketing. Does anybody know what that is, guerrilla marketing? Yes? What is it?
To surprise people.
To surprise people, yes? You raised your finger? Hmm?
A lot.
A lot.
Spreading the news.
Spreading the news. Yes, yes. Get buzz.
With no budget.
With low budget, that's a good one. Yeah.
In the streets often. So
I'm sorry?
more in the streets than advertisement.
Yeah, more in the streets, on different places. You wouldn't expect it there. Yeah, okay, to be short, it's sort of low budget surprise marketing. I want to show you some examples. This is the piano stairs, you know, you step on the stairs and it turns out to be piano keys with real piano sound. I think it's an old one, but I think it's great because it's so simple and sympathetic. The next one. You know, there's a good example of using things that are already there. You know, the revolving door is already there, and they printed this ballerina on it. And voila, she promotes a ballet school in New York. I love it. Oh, you know, I went to the Lowlands Festival last weekend, and it was great. It was almost sold out. But you know, a few years ago, the Lowlands Festival was every year, it was sold out within half an hour, even before any of the artists were announced. So in 2011, I couldn't get a ticket, and I thought, well, they can put any act on the program now, because the festival is sold out anyway. So I made this fake poster with an alternative line-up, with the Yossi Band, K3, Father Abraham and the Smurfs. And no, I posted it online, and everybody shared it. It was for a moment trending topic on Twitter, really. So everybody. And then a few days later, I got an email from the festival director. And he said, "Well, Frank, we saw your poster, and we had a great laugh. Do you already have tickets?" And I said, "No." So he replied, "Well, we'll get you 2 tickets." Yeah. So it's a good example of hooking up an event that is already there, and just be creative. Next one is, here's one for the ladies. You know, last summer, shopping mall Hoog Catherijne introduced the shopping boys. We all know that women like to shop, but their husbands or friends they don't. You know, and guys, be honest, who wants to go in and out of all those shops for hours? You don't want that. So you can hire one of these guys as your shopping assistant to just put a coin, really a coin, into a 50 cents coin in it. They're all standing in a row like shopping carts, and you can pick one out. Which one would you pick?
The third one.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, he is. So, and they will go shopping with you. They advise the right colors for you. They're picking the right scent of perfume. Always smiling, always willing, always patient. I think this is a great idea. It's a great idea. It's so simple and it's so sympathetic, you know, especially for the Hoog Catherijne. It's a dull shopping mall, so I like it. I really like it. Yes, I made this for a client of mine, iMotions, video conferencing. And this is a personal control panel for video butlers. And it was part of a course they did. And this is a symbolic thing, you know, it doesn't work really. But did you ever think of how your voice sounds when you're video conferencing? You can tweak it a little bit. For instance, the timbre. Do you want to sound like Mark-Marie Huibrechts or toch a little bit like Barry White? No. And there's buttons for mojo buttons, courage, wisdom, and you can raise your humor factor, you know, from the Pope to Theo Maassen. So it was kind of symbolic. They really liked it because it was fun. Yes? Now this is a good one. This is advertisement from a pizza deliverer. You look through the peephole of your front door and you think you see the pizza bezorger, but you know, I like it. It's just so simple. It's brilliant. I love it. I love it. So here's another one. It's a 50 euros note, but when you pick it up, it turns out to be a folder of a tire center in Istanbul. Now, isn't that brilliant? I love it. No, I really love this kind of guerrilla marketing tactics and uitingen, because it's so great. It gives people a smile on the face. It really can get people into action, and you can make people fan of your brand. How does it work? Creativity. Let's talk about that. You know, how do you come up with all those ideas? Well, I think that's different for everybody, but maybe I can give you a few short, brief tips. Tip number 1. Be open for the little surprises happening around you so you can use them for creative concepts in order to break away from the ordinary. Example, I was walking down the street. Hey, this should be a song. You know, near where I live, on the Koekoeksplein, and there I saw a bunch of roses in a trash can. A perfectly bunch of, and I thought, well, what is this? Who would throw away such beautiful roses? What's the story behind it? What's the drama? So I took this picture and I placed it on Facebook, and I got, well, hundreds of reactions, and I did a speculation about what could have happened. And everybody was adding to it, so this has happened. And there was one reaction who said, well, Frank, did you look into the roses if there was any card or a message in it? I said, no. So the next morning, I got up very early and went to the Koekoeksplein, and the roses were still there. So I took it out very, very smoothly, and there was a card in it saying, thanks for 5 years love and happiness. So wow, what a drama. So I put it on Facebook again, and well, it really exploded. To make a long story short, this turned out to be the Roses Mystery, the first Facebook soap. So just look it up. Rozen Mysterie op Facebook. We had a lot of episodes. It was big fun. Yeah. Okay. So this and this one, and what's this? Oh yeah. Okay, so far for the rosy mystery. No, I was on vacation with my family in Drenthe, and we were in Grollo, and I saw this. Now, isn't this strange? You know, in Grollo, they're sticking the ice on the side of the cone instead of putting it into it. Why is that? That's weird. I think that's weird. But I love it. It's great. You know, this is 2 streets away from where I live. Those cars are standing there always like that, most of the time. And what's the story behind this, you know? It's a weird picture. There's living a couple, and the man said, well, I want to buy a big car, an old-timer, and he did. And then his wife was like, well, I want a car too. Okay, I buy you a car. Here it is. Okay, that was tip number 1. Tip number 2, don't be afraid to stick your head out. Dare to be different. You know, okay, that's obvious, isn't it? 3, look at the creative work from others and learn from it. Well, it's an open door, but I think it's true. Let it inspire you and give it your own twist. Number 4, be open for unexpected encounters. You know, another story. Last summer I was in the Paris Sport with my wife, and she was looking for all kinds of sport things and clothes and gear, and I was kind of bored, you know. I was standing like this. We didn't have a shop boy with us. And so there was this old woman. She was, I think, about 88 years old, and she saw me standing. She looked at me, and she thought I was the salesman of the shop. So she started talking to me, and I was like, okay, I'm the salesman. Yeah, why not? So, and then she said, well, I need a hiking jacket. It has to be light, it has to be colorful, and rain resistant, and okay, we're gonna look for you. So I went shopping with her for at least half an hour, and I took all those things out of the wall, and how's this one? Yeah, it's great. Oh, wait, yes, I've got this for you. We had a great time. And even on the back there are those labels, and she was like, yeah, what's standing there about the material, because I can't read it. I couldn't read it either because I need glasses, so I made it all up. This is viscose, it goes to 30 below 0. In the end, she ended up with a jacket which she chose. It was at least 5 sizes too big, ugly colored, you know, pink, yellow and green. But she loved it. She was so glad. And that was the moment that the real salesperson saw us standing there, and he was not amused. He was very angry. And he was like, well, can I help you, madame? And that was the moment that she realized that I wasn't the salesman. So he was like, but she supported me, and she was like, no, you can't help me. I'm okay, because this man, he already helped me very well. So guys, this is the end of my presentation. Did you like it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now...